before the game, some very interesting names in the league. We had the Texas Fuel, and you had a favorite team name in there as well.
Yeah, I mean, some of these teams, you just names that you don't exactly expect to see all the time. If you look through some of these names, you got the Bahama All-Pro Show, you got the Seaside Sea Kings, the Riverside Rainmakers, the Honolulu Pegasus, the Charlotte Crossover, the Seattle Zen. A lot of names just go around like this, stuff you don't always see. My favorite, personally, is the Smoky Mountain Jam. Not quite sure what a Smoky Mountain Jam is, or quite really where Smoky Mountain is. It's in the South Central Division, so you got Kentucky, St. Louis, West Virginia. I imagine it's in the Appalachian Mountain region right there.
And Danny, we were joking a while ago that if road games were necessary, if we needed to go to Hawaii, we were down for that. Also a Chico team and a Bahamas team. So even though we've talked a lot about how this is a local feel here, the fresh from Fort Worth area, and then Dallas Generals, of course, but there are teams all over the country and outside the country, so Hawaii and the Bahamas as well. So lots of stuff going on in the league, a lot of people new to the league, a lot of new rules, a very up-tempo style, and we have a good game going on right now, 53-49. We have a couple more minutes till we get the second half started. And Danny, what do you really think the keys to the second half are going to be for each team?
Well, I think the keys to the second half are going to be, can they keep the momentum up from the first half? We saw a lot of up-tempo play. You need to limit the turnovers, though, because we've seen a lot of missed opportunities, guys missing. We saw a guy miss a dunk earlier and an easy layup. We've seen some careless turnovers, guys throwing the ball away. But the key, I think, is going to be, especially for the Generals, to keep this hometown crowd in the game. The first game, they got to keep the fans into it. If they start to pull away, they're going to start to get that home crowd behind them, and they're going to coast to a victory if that's what they can do.
The key, I think, is going to be for the Generals just to continue their strong defense. We know this team can light it up. If they start to hit threes, they can put a lot of points on the board. And, both teams are on pace to probably score over 100 points. I think if the shooting comes around for the Fresh, this could be a very dangerous team. And right now, you got to think you just keep using the size. You got some big guys for this Generals team that can just pound it into the paint. And we'll see if it's going to tire out the smaller guys for the Fresh.
They've got we mentioned earlier, we got a 7-footer for the Generals, number 45, Tim Van. I think he's the only 7-footer out here right now, but using the size to their advantage, working the ball down low, using up all their possession time. The key is going to be advantage to take advantage of the paint, and that's going to be another key for the Generals in the second half.
Well, our score right now at halftime, it is 53-49. The Generals leading the Fresh. We're going to see if that size can overcome the speed here in the inaugural game here from Fair Park Coliseum. Danny, we are in for a good second half.
We were in for a good second. You mentioned the floor here originally was the old Reunion Arena from the very first NBA game.
All right, well, let's keep this going. It's about a minute till the second half starts. Talked about some of the keys to the second half, and really we should send it back to Skip and Bennett right now so that we can get the second half started.
All righty, thank you very much, and we get set to go to Dietrich Hartfield, who's got the head coach. Dietrich.
We can't hear.
All right, Dietrich will have Dietrich.
Hi, I'm here with Coach Terrell, and the Dallas Generals are playing a great game today. How have you prepared your team for this great game?
It's a lot of it was really conditioning. We got after it in the summer. We were running 5 miles to American Airlines Center. A lot of bleachers, just working really hard to be ready to do this tonight.
Great. What do you plan on for the second half?
I think we just need to come down and let it come to us a little bit. We'll do great.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to it.
Good. All right, thank you very much, Dietrich. And we get set for the second half. And let's touch up a little bit about the guys did a great job on the radio broadcast talking about the stats and stuff. We'll cover a little bit about the stats as well. But something you wanted to touch up on and make sure that everybody knows about this floor.
Well, this is a very historic moment because the floor that they're playing on, if you'll notice in the paint, it says Reunion Arena. This is the original floor that was at the Reunion Arena, and when they decommissioned the Reunion Arena, they salvaged this floor, and now the General gets to utilize this floor for their home floor. Another interesting point about this floor, the last ABA team we had here was the Dallas Chaparrals.
Way
and
back.
the Dallas Chaparrals moved to San Antonio and became the San Antonio Spurs. Well, the very first game played at Reunion Arena for the Dallas Mavericks was against the San Antonio Spurs on this floor. So this floor was the very first floor that the Mavericks played